And I do want to show you solving in the calculator. You can do it a couple different ways. But for the most part, you're going to split up the equation. One half is in y1, the other half is in y2. I'm going to graph it. So it looks like it might have crossed somewhere here between -1 and -2. So I'm going to go to the table. Look, I'm not seeing where they would cross. If they crossed, the blue and the red column would be the same for a particular x value. So go back to the graph. I'm going to zoom in, so zoom 2. So I'm starting to think that they are not, that they don't cross each other at all. If you look, 11 is bigger than 6, 9 is bigger than 5, 7 is bigger than 4, 5 is bigger than 3, 3 is bigger than 2, and then 1 is bigger than 0. And so the blue graph is always above the red graph. So this one, there's no solution. There's another way of doing it, and you're probably going to hate me for just showing it to you now. But if you go to the math, press the math key, and scroll up, B is solver. And so you can type the equation in. So the left side in the first one, the right side in the second one, press graph for OK. And then I put a guess, because from the graph, it looked like it was right around -2. So from here, you're going to press alpha, enter, and it's solving it. And so it says error, no sign change, meaning that there was no solution. Like one equation never crossed the other. So there's no cross, there's no intersection, there's no solution. So I'm going to try another one. So this one could be really bad if you had to factor and get all that stuff. So I'm going to go and graph it and look in the table. So I'm going to see if I can find roughly where they would cross if they do cross. So So somewhere in here between like -3 and 7. Looks like they could have crossed. I'm gonna go to the table and see if I can find the intersection in the table. And look, at 6, -2, -2. So if the y's are the same, that x value is my answer. So I'm going to go back to the math solver and see if it'll give me the answer in here too. Press graph, and then my test point, I'm going to try 5. Then it's alpha, enter. You can see the little wheels. Oh, it already did it. That was fast. That's 6. It was a calculating error. The calculator is not perfect. Okay, so another one. I'm going to graph it first and see if I can find the intersection. Yeah. Maybe around -1. Or definitely, it looks like definitely at 3. Yeah, 3, 2, and 2. Nope, and these are getting too different. So it looks like my only solution is that 3. So I'll do my solver. And again, it's a rounding error, so that would be 3. And I could check to see if there was one. Maybe it was a decimal and I couldn't see it in the table. I'm going to try -5 and see if there was one on the negative side. Because you always have to put the one that's closest. So you're trying to give the calculator a guess. So it looks in that region. And it's still giving me 3. So I'm going to try another one. So far we've only had one solution. Or no solution. So I'm going to see how many other solutions we can get. Yeah, most likely cross somewhere in there. Maybe it hit twice. Go to the table. And look, 1/2, 1/2. So x is equal to 1. I'm going to go to my solver. So I'm going to test on the right side. And I get x is 1. And then I want to try... Hold on, it said solution is marked. Where is it marked? Okay, whatever. It's math, solve. I want to see on the negative side. So now it's throwing up another one. So it's a decimal. So I'm going to go second table and go to 0. And I want to see, that's not a half. Maybe that's a third. It's changing by. So if I press the plus sign, it pops up change table. So I want my x's to go by, I'll try 1/3. So here it is. These are the same. So that if that is changing by a third, that's 1/3, that would be 2/3. So my answer would be negative 2/3. Oops. And you can always graph it and do the second calc intersect. I want it to intersect over here somewhere and press enter 3 times. And it tells me some decimal, so I can go second mode and press X, and it gives me that number. So math frac, it's negative 2/3. So there's a couple of different ways of solving by hand. Which is going to be the preferred method. 2 in the table, 3 the math solver, 4 in the graph. Second calc, 5.